Hi, welcome to Knockin Chu Out. And yes, I'm aware my bangs look horrible, but that's not my fault. My mom's in the bathroom taking a shower. Some of these servers aren't working, so. That's not fair. I found a working server on my mom's TV. I was like, thank you. I found a working server on my mom's TV, so I should do the same. One sec. So finally, I just got my brush because I was tired of waiting for her to come out. Oh, I thought this was a promo for a sec.
Trust has worn away a little bit. The tempers have flared up a little more. A shove to Cody's face told us that. They're both here tonight. And it's Brie Bella arriving for Smackdown with Paige, of course, by her side. For 91 days, they were the tag team champions. Now Brie will be in singles action this
And they only defended it like only like 4 or 3 times. So.
Champions along with JC Jane, Fallon Henley, its fatal influence. And Reed is back after that title altering result from last weekend in New York as Brie takes on Reed this evening in Oakland. Great crowd here at the Oakland Arena as we will begin the night with Nick Aldis and Adam Pearce in the ring, and considering
Oh dear, Gunther's going to attack him on the spot.
there's a lot to be dealt with.
Messing with my songs.
I should be a champion walking into that. Hold on a minute. You pushed me under the edge. You really thought you were going to put hands on me and nothing was going to happen? You must have forgot who you're talking to, boy. You guys want to fight? SummerSlam! It will be the ring
Hi there.
versus Nick Aldis. Good evening, Oakland! I'm out here tonight to make official the match at SummerSlam between
The contract signing.
Nick Aldis and Gunther. But before anybody puts ink to paper here, there are a couple of terms and conditions.
No
that I think
touching.
need to be made crystal clear. So Nick,
No touching.
in that regard, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Nick's opponent at SummerSlam, the Ring General, Gunther.
This is probably not important, but I wonder what Nick Aldis' ring entrance music will be, because I'm sure Def Rebel and CFO will just whip up something real quick, because hey, they got the magic of AI on their side, because all their actual work is meaningless now that AI exists.
The ring general who has seen championship opportunities go up in smoke way last week at MSG. MSG saw Nick Aldis go to the point of no return with what happened in that tag team main event you were calling.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people who are not happy with the behavior of Nick Aldis. I heard Triple H's explanation for it. I heard Michael Cole's explanation for it. A man was pushed to breaking point. I accept that, but now the reality is Nick has to step in the ring with the career killer Gunther at SummerSlam.
So you did because did I enjoy the movie? Yes and no. Only because the truth of the matter is behind the scenes. The cast hate each other, and the ones that don't hate each other, because the main actors, Chloe and Red, hate each other, it ruined the fun for them. So that's, like, you know, the harsh truth of the whole movie. But because this franchise, like, you know, is popular, they're gonna keep going. So despite them being hateful, they'll be like Curtis enough to, like, you know, do the job and stuff and get along for that. But they can't stand each other. So, like, one of them is eventually gonna get fed up. Unless for some reason the sixth movie won't involve either of those two. And it'll just involve Pink, which I'm totally fine with because I like her character. Some people don't like it because they felt it was just random, but I don't care. I still like her character.
Nick, are we crystal clear on this? I know exactly what I'm signing.
Are Mel, Harry, and any of the original characters still in it? That we do not know, but people assume that because the fabric of time has kind of changed, that, like, you know, things are probably different. But they didn't deny anything, so that's, like, you know, I can't really say. Because if they were really gone, people like Harry, Chad, and, like, you know, Celia were gone, they wouldn't have, like, you know, mentioned on paper brother of Harry or, like, you know, brother of Celia. So, you know, that's like acknowledgement. Put your hair in a bun, it'll make you look more productive. Why do I need to look productive when I'm relaxing? Or not hot.
I mean, to be honest, Nick, I'd like for you, because this match will be the greatest moment of your career.
I just found out that Gigi Dolan and Shotzi Blackheart are wrestling in MLW. Oh, well, thanks, because I already knew.
Just so you understand,
I only mentioned it a couple times on this channel.
all this is beneath me. Because I should be
It's really nice to know that Shotzi will be here in Long Island in a couple weeks. Too bad I won't see her, though.
I'm sitting here and wasting my time is because you don't know how to do your job. When we're being honest,
You don't know how to take orders either.
Smackdown, you had an issue with me. And I thought about it. What is it? What is the issue? But it came to me. You are jealous.
The drawings come up with a promo. Do we really need to care about this character? I mean, for the like, you know, character that he has now, no, because all I just see it is basically another Becky Lynch. It's another Becky Lynch story to me.
But let's be honest, Nick. You never really made it.
Except in this story, Becky Lynch actually punches the problem.
Wrestler for WWE being a
Still waiting on that Becky Lynch and referee Jessica match that we'll probably never get, but it'll always be acknowledged that there will be beef, so there's always still potential.
I got the titles, I got the records, I am a multi-millionaire. Hey,
Shotzi's way more entertaining in MLW than she was in WWE. Give her lots more freedom with her character in MLW. Yeah. I see her all the time, like, you know, now just being so obsessed with Leo Rush. I don't know why, really, but, you know, with her character, I can see why that she would be obsessed. I think people just have the obsession, like, you know, the obsession movie fever, so they're playing along with that. After all, Shotzi does, like, like a lot of horror movies, too. And Leo Rush's whole character is based on a horror character, so that's good. That's, like, you know, a good fit. It's a little too creepy for my liking, but if it works, it works. Because I like edgy and horror stuff too, but there's a limit. And I find it more humorously creepy than I do find, like, you know, endearing. But just because it's with Shotzi, it's fine. Priscilla Kelly has a YouTube channel. Sorry, I don't know who that is.
You said all that before. You just keep saying it. You keep repeating yourself over and over again, but the funny thing is, if you actually believe that, you wouldn't be here saying this to me over and over again. See, I figured you out. The reason that you keep saying this to me is because you're trying to get me to believe it. You're trying to get me to believe it because you never actually thought it would come to this, did you? You thought you were going to throw your little temper tantrum, cheap shot me, choke me out, pay a little fine, and move on with your life. But it didn't go that way, did it? And in New York City, when I smacked you upside the head with the right hand,
there you go.
and Triple H made the match for SummerSlam, I saw it in your eyes. You don't want any of this. And I'll tell you why. Because you're the one.
Gigi Dolan's new name is Priscilla Kelly. Oh, I didn't know it. I know she goes by a new name, but I never figured out what it was. But I'm still gonna call her Gigi anyway, so that's no matter to me.
Goldberg, John Cena, AJ Styles. Mate, I haven't had a match in 3 years. I've got nothing to lose.
It's crazy to think that Gigi Dolan and Darby Allin were married at one time, two of the craziest wrestlers on the planet. I never knew that. But I could totally see it. Again. He can stand. Oy. They are making Nick Aldis look a little promising, even though we know for a fact he won't win. Indeed. So excited to see Nick Aldis in the ring, and it's seriously tremendous if healthy, is one of the top wrestling talents in WWE. Well, I'll find out myself, because this is the first legit time I'll see it.
Just give me a second.
No one walks away. Escapes.
And if I get dinged up in the middle of the match and quit, what's it say about me?
Breaker lands on the back of his neck.
We'll run through a wall for this. Real things happen. It might not seem like a big deal, but everything's just so much better when she's there. What we do is fine. I'm disappointed in myself.
It's not just your money that depends on it. It's everybody's money.
I feel good. I feel ready.
I think Nick is Mickey James' husband. You are correct.
This consumed me for 23 years.
I needed to change things for everyone who came behind me.
Is everything I ever worked for?
There's nothing that I want to do.
The future is now.
This is a moment you're going to be playing for years.
Hi there.
Watch the next one.
Yeah, I saw all of the WWE Unreal, and I hate how Triple H thinks that this is good to show. It just means that they know for a fact how self-awarely bad their creative is, but just because, like, you know, the wrestlers' because the wrestlers' opinions, like, will, like, you know, sound nice and stuff, like, you know, make them look at the positives of the whole bad situation, it'll change the hearts of people anyway. And I'm like, it does to a certain extent, but I'm like, no, I know the reality of everything. Because, like, you know, generosity and, like, you know, for the fact that John Cena wants to, you know, give the spotlight to the new gen, it sounds very good and very noble, like we all know and love John Cena for it, but they also have to look at the popularity and, like, you know, the other result, as in it'll make people not want to watch it anymore because their creative is so bad. And I can tell you there's like six guys in that whole creative room. It's Triple H, Bobby Roode, some WWE Hall of Famer, I forget his name, and then it's like a bunch of other guys, and then two of them are girls, and I'm like, wow, 2 girls only on the creative team. It's not like their ideas matter in the end. And then, of course, it's Paul Heyman. I haven't watched WWE Unreal. Season 1 and 2 is not bad, but Season 3 is just stupid because the fact that they showed, like, you know, Triple H getting booed at, and Triple H said, like, basically in our face, like, in the interview, like, I don't think it was a failure, I think it was a success. And yes, to a certain extent it was a success because people talked about it still, and John Cena is getting the publicity he wants and deserves, but still. There's lots of good and badness, but obviously, like, you know, the bad part is the one that matters the most.
Let's go backstage for an update with Kathy Kelly. Kathy.
Bobby Roode was phenomenal on TNA. It's a shame he didn't get to the WWE until he was already past his prime. You missed out. Oh, Sami Zayn.
Okay? Our Night of Champions, I did what they told me for years I would never be able to do. I won the WWE.
All right, I get it.
Okay? I did it. And it became crystal clear to me as soon as I won, and clearly the powers that be around here, Nick Aldis, Adam Pearce, they didn't want Sami Zayn as WWE champion. Because
Rose literally upset because he had to be a champion and defend his title.
within days, we had a brand new #1 contender, and lo and behold,
Look at those 4 water bottles. I love how they're just set up for Sammy specifically.
taken out. Don't worry about it.
Does everyone even like that gag?
Just wait.
Because if I was mad, I wouldn't punch a water bottle. I would
You took the championship off Sami Zayn.
I would scream into a pillow or punch a wall.
Matchup at SummerSlam. Cody Rhodes, CM Punk. Whoa, that looks good on a poster, don't it? Everyone's happy. Nick Aldis, Gunther, they have a match at SummerSlam. They get the result there, and everybody's happy. What about me? The guy, 18 days ago, was still WWE champion. I'm supposed to ride the at SummerSlam? Make it make sense. Make it make sense.
See, look, he punched the water bottle so hard that he made his hand bleed.
You fix the situation. I'm going to check on Nick. No, you're not. You deal with me. As far as I'm concerned, Nick Aldis deserves to be in that room because he didn't just screw Gunther over at Saturday Night's Main Event. He screwed me too. That match was my ticket to the championship at SummerSlam, Adam. What do you want me to say? You got caught in the crosshairs, you had a bad day, it didn't go your way. Yes, it didn't go your way, Sammy. So great. So make it right. The WWE Championship match at SummerSlam. Make it a triple threat. CM Punk versus Cody Rhodes. Sami Zayn.
So many triple threats and fatal four ways.
Adam, it's Cody, and so when you don't, you can't make a match. Sammy, shut up!
Oh.
Have you watched the show?
Adam Pearce being the non-biased boss.
He mentioned there's a list of superstars he'd love to face. There's a fatal four-way tonight. Damian Priest, Trick Williams, Royce Keys, and Finn Balor. Winner of that match goes on to SummerSlam in a #1 contenders match against you. Earn your way back in. So let me get this straight. Those guys, all they have to do is be mentioned by CM Punk and they get an opportunity. Cody Rhodes, all he's got to do is just say when and he gets an opportunity. CM Punk sits his ass on his couch for 3 months and just waits.
Nothing good enough for you.
To fall out the sky. But me, the former WWE champion, I have to earn my way back in. I've given you an option. Take it.
Or you leave it. Like, bro, get over yourself.
Fine, I'll take it. Adam, no shenanigans. No more surprises, no more funny business. Good? I will. Go check on him. Give him my regards.
Now you're getting it, Sami Zayn.
Huge Joe in his huge #1 contenders match coming our way at SummerSlam. Introducing first, accompanied by Paige, WWE Hall of Famer,
Why is he putting Rick Keys in the match? Does Keys have a tag team match? Yes, he has a triple team tag team match. With, he's pairing up with LA Knight and Solo Sikoa to fight against the Usos and Jacob Fatu. So obviously the winner will have to be Finn Balor. I mean, cause look, I forgot who the third guy they mentioned. Who was the third guy they mentioned? I know who everybody else is in it. Damian Priest, Finn Balor, Royce Keys. Who was the fourth one they mentioned? But either way, I want it to be Finn Balor because Royce Keys is already preoccupied with his match in SummerSlam, so forget that. And Damian Priest is slowly debuting in.
I just kind of find it funny how Saturday night's main event was supposed to be the
As I was saying, Royce Keys has his business with the Usos and Jacob Fatu. Damian Priest is debuting in AAA. Once I find out the identity of the third guy, I will say what. But Finn Balor, wait, no, it can't be Finn Balor because it's Trick Williams. Okay, so wow, each guy is kind of preoccupied. So yeah, in a sense, I can't see why. I can't see really who wins because all of them have other business to attend to here. Is Trick Williams not already seemingly feuding with Carmelo Hayes still?
But it's fine because I came up with the perfect solution. Tiffany, that United States Championship of yours will be mine in due time. As for tonight, just like she did to Paige on Saturday,
wasting no time trying to get after it, but Brie Bella clocks her with one massive right hand and floors her.
Oh.
Yeah, and this will turn into a brawl right off the bat.
As Brie gets the best of it.
And Brie just a little too nimble, been around the block a few times, knows every trick in the book. But simply too much.
Her strap was coming off. I don't know why she, like, you know, even bothered to readjust it. It didn't fit her in the beginning. I was like, yeah, quick roll it.
Fatal Influence was able to get the best of them and take the championships. And say what you want about Fatal Influence and how they
So maybe Trick Williams will win it after all.
They have delivered on exactly.
But do I really want to see Sami Zayn run it back with Trick Williams again?
To that match where we saw the championships change hands, a lot of people upset with the behavior of Fatal Influence. It's arriving on Smackdown, but you have to know that is coming against this trio. And now Fatal Influence, leaping cutter there from Lady Reed in full control. And Fatal Influence going from strength to strength here on Smackdown.
Because I definitely would rather see Finn Balor fight Sami Zayn. Really? Because Finn Balor, just like Sami Zayn, is not getting the recognition he deserves either. Because I see it kind of pointless that he has to do this feud with Tala and Tama Tonga.
Against the winner of tonight's fatal four-way main event set to come your way. Right now in action, Brie Bella and Lady Reed.
Because it's not like he'll team up with Damian Priest to help him.
It's a reality dawning on the entirety of Smackdown and the industry right now that Fatal Influence, they're not just three newcomers who are trying to make a name for themselves. No, they are solidified members of the roster. They are genuine threats, and they are major players now.
Do you want to see Paige as a heel character to turn on Brie Bella? I mean, I can only see that happening when Nikki comes back.
Once again, it's been that rush attack from Fatal Influence that has caused major damage to a veteran here on SmackDown.
Because Paige was a heel, but I don't think she was a heel for long. I think once she tagged with AJ, she never went back to being a heel.
Shot right there to the jaw. No one throws one better than Lady Reed.
And of course, she was a heel, not a heel. She was a babyface when she got here because, you know, PCB. But then afterwards, she turned into a heel, and then she turned back into a babyface when she tag teamed with AJ.
Yeah, it's growing confidence too. When you're a youngster coming out of NXT, you never quite know how you're going to compete at the very top level with the brightest of spotlights. Well, Fatal Influence, if they did have any doubts about themselves at any point, not that they've shown it, those doubts will have truly gone away. That's Saturday night's main event.
A mockery against her opponent.
Daniel Bryan.
Look at what Brie Bella's able to come up with.
Can you believe that AEW still tried to trademark the yes chant? That was the only petty thing that I felt AEW did when it came to, like, you know, trying to claim a former WWE superstar.
And into the cover, hooking the leg.
And this is what you have to do against less experienced superstars. You simply have to outmaneuver them, excuse me. You may not be able to outpower them, you may not be able to out-cheat them, but certainly outmaneuver them in the ring. And it looks now like Brie Bella.
When is Nikki Bella returning? I do not know. And frankly, I don't care.
She was able to get out of the way of that elbow drop. You see Lady reaching for that arm.
You can already tell that people care about Paige more than they do Brie Bella.
This crowd here in Oakland fueling every ounce of a comeback for Brie Bella against Lady Reed. A series of yes kicks being delivered.
You know where we're going to? We're going to Primo! Bullseye right on the jaw of Lady Reed.
Just 6 days removed from their matchup in the Tag Team Championship at MSG. Of course, was Saturday night's main event when Fatal Influences leader JC Jane got involved and created an opening for Reed and Fallon Henley to take control.
They're using that numbers game once again. That has been the modus operandum of Fatal Influence since arriving here on Smackdown. But now it's one-on-one in that ring. Things are starting to look a little bleak for one half of the Tag Team Champions.
On the Bulldog up top, Fallon Henley tried to get involved and she was kicked away off the apron, but did give just enough time for Lady Reed to recover. Wade,
And that was a stinging kick right to the temple of Brie Bella, who has to be rocked on the top rope, but still throwing shots.
able to dismiss Reed for a moment. And now it's JC Jane, and Paige is able to neutralize her.
Well, that was the great equalizer from Paige.
Looking for the sunset, but instead, look at Lady Reed. Oh, the ref did a great job of seeing the ropes. Look at this counter. What a great veteran move by Brie Bella.
Well, speed of mind from Brie Bella, however, once again,
The numbers game.
that numbers game of Fatal.
Wait a minute. Nikki Bella's back.
Oh man, out of action with a foot injury since before WrestleMania.
Well, would you look at that? Speak of the devil. I saw it on my mom's TV, so that's why I saw it.
WrestleMania 42.
I'm like, well, there you have it.
Paige is a shocking replacement, but here she is in late July.
I was heating up some McDonald's I had for lunch.
Little Rack Attack 2.0. Nikki Bella.
Well, Bella Army, we are eating good tonight in Oakland.
What a way to return.
Hey, so you bitches think
Ooh.
you can... Oh, no. You think you can sneak up from the minor league,
Hey, I love that shirt.
steal from my sisters and get
That's-
away with it?
She kind of took a little bit of Liv Morgan style.
We are the reason why you guys are here. So now it's time for a wake-up call. Us three will be taking you three on in a six-woman tag at SummerSlam.
It just gets better and better and better.
This will be.
Next weekend, US Bank Stadium in
Well, this will be.
a six-woman tag. Let's go
Well, this will be like, you know, one of the last good times that they'll have as three.
Like you said, what a return for Nikki Bella. Very much looking forward to that six-woman tag team match.
Paige
at
really,
SummerSlam.
Paige has
Another
hit that
superstar
level
looking
where
to
she
punch his
can
ticket to
never really
Minneapolis.
be a heel because too many people like her no matter what.
Quite the
It's one of those
success
things
since
where
coming
people
over to SmackDown.
will never
How do
really
you
boo
plan
her.
to ride that
Well, boo
momentum
her,
all
yeah.
the way through SummerSlam?
I mean, yeah, but no.
When I think about
It's not.
SummerSlam, I
It's
can't
not.
help but think
It's
about
not like I don't believe
2016,
she can be a
my
heel, but I
first
see why you
SummerSlam,
would say that.
where I had both the best and the worst night of my career. Here we are, 2026. And I've been scratching and clawing for 10 years,
See?
trying to get back the glory of that night, and I am so close. So tonight,
Oh.
I heard what you said. Great plans. Only issue is I'm next in line. And I do not care if it's you, Cody, or Punk. I'm gonna take what's mine. 10 years. It's a very long time.
Oh dear. Is that like foreshadowing that? Is that foreshadowing that Gunther's going to retire Finn Balor one of these years or something?
You've heard the rumors, and now it's officially here. The Never Seen 17 collection.
It never ends, does it?
During my farewell tour, I didn't have the opportunity to visit some of my favorites.
Hey.
That's why
But look at Sami Zayn being the more Curtis one than Sami Zayn.
we incorporate the values and symbols that meant the most to me. Anytime, the Never Seen 17 collection, available exclusively in the Club WWE member shop. Pitting John Cena against rivals. These one-off miniseries things. Delivered
Cena are putting on a fight here in Tampa.
You punk.
Pop delivers a GPS, but there's no official.
Cody at SummerSlam was supposed to be Virtue Inc. The fans beat him to the punch.
And Cena delivers an OUA.
Want John back? No problem.
You wanted the best? Well, you got him tonight.
Man. How long before Bella turns on Paige? I don't know. I don't really have a time estimate when it comes to these heel and babyface turns. But I do know for a fact it will happen. It all depends on the people's opinions in the end, where, like, you know, a person's, like, you know, heel run or babyface turn happens. Do they like you as a heel more, or do they like you as a babyface more? And with that, that's what determines what. I don't dislike the Bellas, but I think there are better than wrestlers that deserve the TV. There are better wrestlers that deserve the TV time than the Bellas take up. Well, duh. Besides, Nikki Bella's really came back here because she needed a distraction from her abusive divorce.
Hey, this was huge news yesterday. So just like the NFL and NBA, now WWE has a dedicated channel on Sirius XM. Starting Monday, channel 156 becomes
You think Nikki
WWE
Bella came back because she wanted to relive the glory? No, she just wanted a distraction to not cry about her abusive ex-husband.
Next week's SummerSlam will be the first major live coverage 24/7.
It turned out she wanted she's just like Jey Uso and want them young meat.
The six-man tag team.
WWE Superstars with Original Flavor is presented by Panda Express. Have you eaten yet?
LA Knight has his work cut out for him tonight because he has to deal with the always dangerous Jacob Fatu. There's a lot of men flying your direction. And here comes Jimmy Uso. Solo from behind. BFT with Big Jim. Royce Kings is here. Jey Uso from out of nowhere.
I can't believe you're still watching that garbage. I don't watch wrestling anymore, in my opinion. Okay, so why are you here? Why are you here then?
Forget about Royce Kings. All these men are going to be at SummerSlam. This is just a precursor of Hogan that grip. From the
I'm not gonna flash a tit.
Let's go. Let's go. You got it. I know you locked in. You locked in. Big match tonight. Big match at SummerSlam. And the best thing is, we get to do it in front of our family and friends in the hometown. And you mean to tell me, when you win the four-way, that you'll get another match at SummerSlam? Hey, it looks like we're working Saturday and Sunday.
Look. I know what's on the line at SummerSlam. We got the bloodline, but tonight, I know where I'm at. I'm in the East Bay.
You need to be like all fans out there, retired, not watch anymore. Yeah. You can't really say that when you grew up on this stuff.
I got an opportunity to be the #1 contender. You know what I'm saying?
And who cares? It's not like
New #1 contenders.
it's not like it's hurting me.
But I also heard, don't worry about the bloodline. My man, you always got to worry about the bloodline. I hope you go
I
out
can
there.
say
hope you get
I can say
everybody
for a fact I like way better
respect.
stuff than
When you come
WWE,
with
but
that
WWE
world
is something that'll always be dear to my heart.
Don't worry about that bloodline. So what I want you to do, don't get lost in the sauce. Don't lose your focus, because at SummerSlam, we handle a bloodline. Tonight, you can handle your business if you want to. Just keep your eyes in the back. Check this out, check this out, check this out.
See, one more LOL, I'm being serious. Oh, you're being serious? Then that's why it's even more funny.
Guys, calm down, okay? We're on the same team here, okay? The issue's not here. It's with the bloodline. And they think they found a weakness, but they didn't find a weakness. They found an asshole. Wait for them to SummerSlam. You know what I'm saying? Because the three of us right here. Oh yeah, it's all day. Because you got your boy right here. Listen, so long, don't know.
Laugh even harder for the guy who is actually being serious and going to a wrestling streaming YouTube channel just to point out wrestling is bad.
Mr. L.A. Knight. I got your back. Handle that business. Yeah.
Chelsea, you're gonna do amazing today.
Oh my gosh, and imagine, Tiffy, if I win and we get to go to SummerSlam together. It's giving Biffles. Biffles? Best friends forever fighting on ladders.
Do you remember the last time we were in a ladder match together?
I know, it'll be just like old times.
Maybe this time we change it up a little bit and I win the Women's Interim Championship because you have this and that's so cute on you.
You know what else would be so cute? Tiffy, 2 titles.
Yeah, we're getting ahead of ourselves. First stop, me winning the qualifying match. Second stop, Cosmos. I'll make the rezos.
Okay, bye!
Blake Monroe.
Tiffany.
That was a little creepy though, Blake. Like, that's a little creepy.
I actually like you. You seem like a woman who likes the finer things in life, just like the glamour. But a word of advice, I'd worry less about Chelsea and a little more about that championship. Polish it, admire it, because the higher you climb, the more people are looking up at what you have. But you knew that, didn't you?
I believe she said she's getting a difference.
Yeah, cool. Best friends forever fighting on ladders. Everyone knows that, Joe Tess.
Introducing first, from Victoria, British Columbia, Canada, Chelsea Green.
This is one of my favorite Chelsea outfits, her little newspaper mint green outfit. Aside from her, like, you know, plaster stickers, like, you know, her white sticker, face plastered gear. That was really, like, you know, that doesn't scream self, like, you know, loving, then I don't know what. The Morgan vs. Io side build need to be better. Writers have more time to improve. I mean, they brought Danhausen. That's a start, right?
Or at the WWE warehouse, hallowed ground. This is where we keep our history. I hope more guys get to come out here and see it. Kind of puts it in perspective for me that I'd like to be able to add.
Missed opportunity if they don't do the Danhausen and Io Sky and versus Liv and Dom, like, you know, tag team match.
This is Steiner Brothers letter jacket just hanging right here. Dusty Rhodes robe, ring worn. Ultimate Warrior denim. Just this one's a deep cut, stunning Steve Austin. These things feel like they were worn yesterday, but in some cases 30, 40 years ago. It feels like that.
I really hope that Michin overall SG's lucky and maybe challenge for one of the battles she really did in the ring. I mean, obviously that will happen, but I just don't know how long until, because people point, like, you know, all the opponents Jade Cargill has, they always point that out. But they always ignore it. I think the WWE has messed up the Dom and Liv storyline. They waited too long to explore the love triangle between Dom, Liv, and Roxy. Yep, sure did. They definitely did. And the fact that they teased it constantly. Even Finn Balor was rooting for it seemingly too. But no, they scrap every actual good idea they have. Like, listen to this. This is an episode of WWE Unreal. They were discussing who was going to be the Royal Rumble winner. And they said they were thinking about making it Braun Breaker, like everybody knew, like, you know, they thought of first in the first place. But they backed out of it because they didn't think Braun Breaker could handle that type of, like, you know, hype of a champion. But, that sounds weird because they didn't seem too worried when Hulk Hogan did it, or John Cena, or The Rock. So, like, people are saying, what do you mean, like, can't handle the hype of a champion? They took a chance on all those wrestlers and it worked out for them, didn't it? So, like, what the fuck do you mean? Now, 1 second.
Women's Championship on the line because of the recent injury to Rhea Ripley as she works her way back, and it's going to be a ladder match. So 5 women will have that golden opportunity in Minnesota.
These are all the women in front of us right now who have had a rather acrimonious time around each other over the past several months, of course. Chelsea Green was competing for the US Championship with Julia, but now this is the first time they've really got hands on one another. And it looks like a major upper hand right now for Kiana James.
As Kiana James delivers knee after knee to Chelsea Green.
And how impressive has Kiana James been? Certainly nobody's backing down. So this is all that many are tipping for the very top in short order. And short order could come as soon as SummerSlam should she beat Chelsea Green here and qualify for that ladder match.
What a perilous position Chelsea Green was just in, draped over that barrier of timekeeper as Kiana James is all over her out on the
So
field.
Nick is fighting Gunter, yes sir.
Kiana James, who looks laser focused in making up for some lost time of late. Take your eye off Chelsea
Or a
Green.
B-Fab turn on Jade. Yeah, I can see that too. I can see all those things happening, but which one is more which one is WWE leaning towards the most? Because I can't tell right
Just
now.
for a moment as James attempted that offensive rally before slamming her down in the center of the ring.
Yeah, really nice turn of speed there from Chelsea Green, just when it looked like it might start slipping away. And now you're starting to see the technical skills of this woman. But damn, when she gets a head of steam, is Chelsea Green impressive.
So Triple H didn't believe in Braun Breaker living up to the hype of a champion.
Interim WWE Women's Championship.
But when they took a chance on all those other wrestlers I mentioned first, it was alright because
Right there, not quite enough to put
taking
away
chances was much more optional back then than it is now.
Able to catch that super kick.
Maybe if they took a chance, people would actually care more and actually be interested more.
worst enemy at times, and now it's Kiana's to put this to bed.
Kiana James looking to advance to SummerSlam.
But just a millisecond away for potentially being in the fight for that interim WWE Women's Championship at SummerSlam.
Mocking her with the salute. Looking for a quick one right here is Chelsea. Back and forth they go. A rough rider on one end, Falcon
Chelsea
Arrow on
Green.
the other end.
It's another one they're dropping the ball on. Jeez. It's over right now, and they aren't pushing it the way they should. Yes, I agree too. They're going to mess it up ironically the same way they messed up for Zack Ryder years ago. Yes. I'm so glad it was you. Because I was so scared. For a second. And frankly, I thought Chelsea would win anyway, but I thought for a second that Julia would attack Kiana. But seems like they dropped the whole Kiana and Julia thing. So, Chelsea won, great, and Charlotte's going to win, obviously. But who is going to be the last and final entry? Because we have yet to find out who.
The tag team champions. They silence the doubters, proving their chemistry and turning back multiple challengers since.
I like to see Roxy turn face. She will when she betrays Liv Morgan, if she does.
Dog, it's good to see you stretch and get ready for our tag title match tonight. You gotta stay loose as a goose.
The tag title match that we're having with the War Raiders, that's next Friday. Tonight I'm in a four-way.
Ooh. I don't even know if that's PG, DP.
It's a match.
Dark truth.
You know, it's a match.
Yeah,
That's tonight.
a singles match tonight.
Then how's it a four-way? You get confused, dog. Are you frazzled because I use your credit card to buy hot dogs for the 4th of July?
Imagine manipulating someone without knowing you're manipulating them.
Hot dogs. I like hot dogs. How you doing, Ron?
Doing great, Cody. How you doing?
I heard what CM Punk said last week. SummerSlam. Doesn't matter who's champion. Maybe we come for these next double champs.
Both of y'all confused.
I'll get it eventually. I will. I also heard what you said last week. I get it. SummerSlam, #1 contender decided. I hope you know. That'll be me.
Not surprised you say that. Look, you know I respect you. And I have respect for Punk. But me, matter of fact, the boys, We're sick of the same people being the face of this brand.
Well, thank you. Someone finally said it.
Whether it's you or Punk, whoever stands as champion after SummerSlam gets dropped. End of story.
So speaking from someone who used to be...
No more Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, CM Punk, and Cody Rhodes.
Less about, by the way, this might shock you to hear. I like that attitude. Good luck.
The American Nightmare and CM Punk in the ring next.
It's weird seeing Solo as a face. I mean, I don't fully believe he's a face, but could be an anti-hero because Trick William also said in Unreal he's not a baby face or a heel. He's an anti-hero. Just like Braun Breaker said. Braun Breaker's a full heel now, but even he don't think of himself as a heel, he said.
I got a genuine message from Phil.
Chelsea was Lucha Underground and had a match against Penta. Yeah, I heard. You told me that before. It's pretty, like, you know, sweet to hear.
Which was like awesome.
Who wins the Fatal 4-Way match tonight? I hope it's Finn. I mean, I don't mind if it's Damian Priest, but I don't really think it will be him because they still have beef with the War Raiders. Royce Keys is in a match already, so he doesn't need to win. Finn Balor, yes, he has a feud with Tala and Tama Tonga, but I hope for, like, you know, I'm praying that that won't be the thing that, like, you know, makes him lose this opportunity. As for Trick Williams, he has a thing with Carmelo Hayes, but it's not too big where I think it'll have to, like, you know, interfere and stuff. So all these four guys have things going on, other things going on, but that's why I can't really determine who wins. Because each guy has other things going on in wrestling right now. I heard that Chad Gable is getting the belt off Penta because they're going to start featuring Penta more in AAA. That I hope they don't make them appear on both. I mean, I would hate kind of like Penta had a good run as champion, but I could see why they would give it up because he is kind of more popular in AAA, and I think they're really trying to make them go against. Like, you know, him and Rey Fenix go against each other in Triple H. In AAA. They're trying to make Rey Fenix and him go against each other in AAA because right now Rey Fenix has a title in AAA, and I think they're focused on making Penta go after that title eventually. So that's the only reason why I see why they would give it up and put it to Chad Gable. But it's still sad though. I know Trick winning and Royce and Priest, but I'd be shocked if Priest do win. I mean, I said I don't mind, but I really, really, really hope it's Finn Balor. I just hope Tala and Tama Tonga are not petty to ruin this opportunity because Finn Balor won twice against them, and that's why they're still salty about it.
US Bank Stadium, August 1st and 2nd. So let's make this one crazy.
Phoenix versus Penta and AAA could be bigger than a running Americana. Exactly, so that's why they want him to get off this title and go back to AAA and focus on that title. Because right now Rey Fenix is killing it right now. He's been champion, I think, for like maybe like 4 months now. So who knows? Maybe they could schedule it at Triple Mania, cause that'll come up soon. 2 months. We're 2 months away from that. And and when that week comes, WWE will be in Mexico, so both Raw and Smackdown will be in Mexico just for the occasion. So when the time comes, we might actually see, like, you know, once again, AAA superstars in Raw and SmackDown making matchups against, like, you know, WWE superstars.
We are only 8 days away, and we're getting word of how the 2-day cards are shaping
Do
up.
you have connections inside? I don't think he has connections inside, but a lot of the wrestling, like, you know, observers and, like, you know, articles that I'd be reading, they are pretty, like, you know, 90% accurate, like almost 80-60% accurate.
Last night, that wasn't an accident, so I don't want to hear any of this bullshit. I'll tell you again, last night was an accident, and I apologize. This is on purpose.
What I love about Phoenix is, unlike a lot of the luchadors, he actually sells after his move. He doesn't just pop up like nothing happens because of everything that looks more devastating. I mean, I can never tell because in the end, I can't do any of the stuff they do. So they make it look so easy, but I know it's not. It's a fucker. I know. I was too. I saw videos of WWE's panel in San Diego Comic-Con. In San Diego Comic-Con, they were showcasing their usual, like, you know, new line of WWE action figures that'll come out sometime in the winter and fall. So most of them are pretty cool. Especially Liv Morgan's collab with Chucky. She has a doll where she's wearing her Chucky outfit that she wore when she guest starred on the show. But when you pour cold water on it, Chucky is stabbing her, and she'll have blood all over her mouth and face. So that's, like, you know, a cool activation doll. I haven't seen like a cold water activation doll in years. I used to have lots of them in like maybe like 2008 because Polly Pocket was the shit back in 2008 still, and I got them, and most of the time, like, you know, color activation dolls and like lineups, for us it was Polly Pocket, and for the boys it was Hot Wheels. So those color activating cold water things were cool, and the fact that they brought it back for this Liv Morgan collab, it was really cool. I felt like I was looking at my childhood. Because when I had Polly Pocket, when you dunk her in cold water, it gives her like pink hair, and that's why I found it cool. But I think it's cool that Liv Morgan, when her doll is activated on cold water, it makes the blood appear.
Next weekend, when he takes on the champ himself, the best in the world, CM Punk.
I think Sammy could cost Nick in the match with Gunther. Oh man, yeah, wouldn't that be fun? Don't give people ideas. I had the AAA video game. Oh, that's pretty cool.
Oh,
They said they'll start making AAA. They said they'll start making AAA action figures next year. Early next year. I don't know when that'll be, but that's exciting for those who, like, you know, wanted AAA merchandise.
Let's get right to it. My opponent in the main event of SummerSlam, the undisputed WWE Champion.
Danhausen's also getting a action figure, and not only him, but his wife is getting an action figure, because that, like, you know, when Danhausen debuted with all those girl versions of Danhausen's, it was so iconic that they decided to make a doll out of his wife, and I was like, wow, she must feel so proud that she got an action figure, and she doesn't even wrestle. Just like Cody Rhodes' dog and CM Punk's dog, they got action figures too, and they have nothing to do with wrestling. Liv Morgan, Ted Ray have been a flop. It's depressing to watch how makes sense of favorite character, yes. And you still think Jade Cargill is a better champion, right? Aw, it's a baby. You're already selling a couple of AAA titles on WWE Shop. Yeah, titles. Those are easy to make up overnight, but action figures, they do need a lot of time to plan out and sketch, and to make sure they don't melt. Because under certain lights, dolls could, like, you know, get misshapen.
Security having to separate them at Fanatics Fest to start this week. As Cody rejected Punk's excuse and apology.
But the most thing I was interested in seeing in Comic-Con was the Monster High dolls, because I saw the most beautiful Draculaura. The most beautiful Draculaura Halloween, like, you know, doll, and it was so pretty. Like, if I like Monster High that much, I would spend $70 on that doll. But that look, I want to see someone cosplay it so bad, because I know a lot of Monster High cosplayers, and I know that one of them will recreate that look, and it's going to be pretty. The creator also decided to bring back some original doll lines, but, like, you know, modernize it, and I thought it was pretty nice. That was an accident.
That was an accident.
I knew he would say that. Don't antagonize. I hand people microphones all the time, just leaning.
It's a damn shame this is where we're at right now. I don't even want to turn my back on my friend to grab a microphone, and I certainly don't want to bend down and pick one up because you dropped it by accident, because I don't know if
don't drop them.
If that sounds paranoid, it's because I'm not the only one. Let's stop with the term paranoid.
So I really the dances the Sense movie. My kids love the movie. I watch them all the time, especially the first one. Well, 1, 2 will always be the real ones in my opinions, but the current ones, like, you know, that involve Red and Chloe, are okay. The dance is phenomenal as always, but it's just a shame that the whole cast hate each other. At least the main actors do, but because the main actors' hatred for each other, it kind of ruined the experience for the new actors, and that's why they're, like, you know, bittersweet about everything.
There doesn't need to be any other reason other than the title, and I told you I didn't want this title to come in.
For context, the one of the actor, I forget which one. She had a boyfriend, and then she broke up with him, and then the next day he started dating her co-star. And I don't know if she was like, you know, hoping that they would break up or something. I don't think she was planning it, but it kind of looked that way. And that's why they can't get along with each other. So that's the context.
I love you even. The Doc Holliday to my Wyatt Earp, all of that stuff, but I don't think you've ever heard. Those two can be true, and so is this. I don't like you. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to pull this armor off right now and give you some brand new.
You sound like Seth Rollins.
You sit up there. You cut the pipe off. You show people like me. You show people like all these people here tonight. People backstage. You show us.
I couldn't hear you answer my question. Did you like the Descendants and Mel, Harry, and Uma Ben still around? Well, Uma's mentioned all the time, because Fairy Godmother even said that Uma and Ben were planning, like, you know, helping out, you know, the Queen of Hearts when she got captured, but of course they denied it. They denied that because they said it would take too long, but on paper it says that people like, you know, Hazel and Ben, Hazel and whatever his name is, like, you know, the son of Dr. Facilier, whatever his name is, but anyway, they say brother and sister of whomever, so it's not like they're not acknowledging that.
I worked for. I really am. I know, I'm aware they wanted to be you, and I'm aware of the fact that there's a reason I got the Fallon call. There's a reason I'll be on ESPN Thursday. I went from the one who knocks to the one they knock for, and it is a list of one, my friend.
The dancing is my little daughter's favorite part. She makes me rewind those parts over again. Yep.
I have stood in this ring with the very
I'm just lucky they were easy to, like, you know, do. Because a lot of the dancing in the first and second was more challenging, because the original Disney movie director, Kenny Omega, was a director for all three of them, but not the, like, you know, the latest ones that have Red and Chloe. And that's why it's not as good as it used to be, because Kenny Omega's not directing it, and Kenny Omega directed all of the High School Musicals and I think Camp Rock. So that's why he's a legend when it comes to Disney original movies.
I can respect you. I can tell you I don't like you. For this story to have the proper ending, it's fair for me to say I have to beat you at SummerSlam.
Kenny Omega, like the AEW World Championship. Wait, no, I'm lying. It's not. His name's not Kenny Omega. His name is Kenny Ortega. Sorry, did I say Omega this whole time? It's Ortega. Kenny Ortega.
My name is CM Punk, and I cast a very
Kenny Ortega directed other movies too, but I'm not sure which ones. It's not just like, you know, the Disney movies he directed. He's more known for the Disney movies he directed, but as far as like the other movies that I know he did that didn't involve that involve dancing but are not Disney, I know he directed some movies. Let me check it out.
Those great things, and you watched me do them, and you learned from them. Good for you. You were smart enough to pay attention. Did you do them bigger than me? Did you do them better than me? That's not for you to decide. That's not even for me to decide. It's for these people to decide.
That's a good last name. Yeah, but when people think of Ortega, they think of, you know, Jenna Ortega. Yeah, her name is Jenna. But they're no relation, so don't worry about, like, you know, if they're related or not. They're no relation. They just have the same last name.
Since that moment, hell, since before that moment, well, we've been chasing each other, haven't we? But we're not chasing each other anymore. That ends at SummerSlam, but listen to you. You love me. I'm your brother. I'm not your brother. You respect me, but you don't like me. You're lying to yourself.
Yes, I knew it. I knew it. Well, it wasn't a Disney movie. It wasn't a Disney movie before, but Hocus Pocus Kenny Ortega directed. Now Disney has the rights to Hocus Pocus because they feel like, since Kenny Ortega is a part of Disney, that Disney should have the rights to Hocus Pocus, and that's why I think they see the opportunity. But everything else is Disney related. I think that's the non-Disney movie he directed. He also directed one called Change of Heart, but I have no idea what that is.
That makes me your only friend. Because I promised you years ago I wasn't going to stab you in the back. I was going to stab you in the front. And that's exactly what I'm going to do at SummerSlam. You think the only way this ends? You think the only way this plays out is you beating me?
Wow, Kenny Ortega is so old. He's 76 years old. I didn't think he was that old. I thought he was maybe 50 years old.
You're gonna break my heart?
Sounds like we've said all we need to say here. And tomorrow night, Stockton, you and I are tagging. The night after that, Bakersfield, you and I are tagging. Springfield next Thursday, that's the last time we're on a sheet together as tag team partners. And I'm gonna get you the obligatory main event gift Thursday. I'm gonna bring it to you. But don't misconstrue what that gift is about. That gift is an apology for when I whip your ass at SummerSlam.
And they need to just kiss and make up. Yes. I mean, didn't they almost the last time?
But I'm not gonna give it to you Thursday in Springfield. I'm gonna give it to you at SummerSlam. And it's a monumental pillar-to-post ass whipping wrapped in a lesson called a loss. And if you're smart enough, you'll take the lesson from it. And the lesson is, I'm CM Punk. I'm the best in this world. In this ring. On this microphone. Nobody can touch me. Not even Dusty's kid.
It is set.
Oh, no. Kill it.
Are they? Are they?
That's where you're bringing it. Dusty's kid? Okay. We'll play Kingdom here in a second, because I want you to hear the music you're going to hear at SummerSlam when you're looking up at the lights, and I've won the WWE Championship a 4th time. Hit it!
He wanted the last word.
Well, every
That
ounce of
wasn't good.
emotion is pouring out now. All the years of this relationship surfacing.
It's the I respect you, you respect me thing again. Yeah. We'll never be rid of that phrase. Because that phrase is the ultimate betrayal phrase. The start of it, at least.
The one-of-one fire crown. You can scan the QR code that you see now. The auction ends Monday, so grab the mic before it's too late. It's hard to believe that it was only 6 days ago. We're all sitting there at Madison Square Garden. They're tagging together, and now how quickly a week can change everything, Wade.
I am still buzzing from that visceral intensity from the two biggest stars in the game who are going to be fighting over the biggest prize in the industry at the most must-see event of the summer, SummerSlam. Cannot wait.
Now, let's remind you what happened last week when it comes to the women's championship scene.
Yes, this was SummerSlam ladder match qualifier between Cargill and Nia Jax. Match went awry when an irate Charlotte Flair attacked B-Fan Meechin and crucially, Jade Cargill. That that last one costing Nia Jax the match by disqualification. Now, thankfully, Cargill taken out of there before Charlotte was able to avenge the Alexa Bliss arm injury, but nobody was around to save Charlotte from the wrath of Nia Jax and Jade Cargill.
Kathy Kelly's with Charlotte.
I am here with Charlotte Flair, and Charlotte last week attacking
You
Jade Cargill
got rainbow.
actually helped her advance the interim WWE Women's Championship ladder match. Do you regret your actions?
No, I wasn't thinking about title opportunities or qualifying matches, and I know that's hard to believe coming from me. But you know what I was thinking about? That I am standing here and that my best friend isn't, and that it was my responsibility to protect her. I mean, I can't thank Lexi enough for what she's done for me this year in my career. But here's the thing, Jade's gonna learn real quick that she can come after me all she wants, but she's not coming after my best friend. So if that means going through Nia Jax tonight to get to Jade at SummerSlam and become her biggest obstacle, then she's gonna learn real quick that payback is and you know the rest of that sentence. Woo!
Yeah, for so many of us, still tough to get the image of Alexa Bliss's arm being snapped back a couple weeks ago.
Oh, thanks for reminding me, Joe. It's like just about moved on, but now it's
I'm screaming
And
right
now
now,
for
Mommy.
Charlotte, a serious challenge with
I'm not the one who's calling. Who?
And the reward is massive. Charlotte and Nia
Ta-da.
Jax to land a spot in the SummerSlam interim WWE
What is Charlotte wearing?
ladder match.
Her
That's gonna
regular
get
robe she's
super
always
guaranteed.
wearing. What do you mean? But if you're wondering why she chose those colors, it's because of a special little girl that she's grown, like, you know, very fond of. She recently passed away. And I think she's keeping up with the pastelly butterfly themes because of her dedication to her. So she's been wearing a lot of pastelly, rainbowy butterfly and gems on her whole outfit.
We're 2 days away.
She's like a walking Lisa Frank. She's like a walking Lisa Frank folder.
I'm excited and I'm happy.
I mean, I love and hate Lisa Frank, only because I know the dark history of Lisa Frank, that it was originally the idea of a black woman that was stolen by a white woman, and for years she took that idea. That's the only reason why I hate and love Lisa Frank, because I love it's like, you know, rainbowy colors and glitter and stuff, but at the same time I can't fully support it like I did back then because of the history now.
Eventually doing just like anything that would simulate a match in steps. Man, I forgot. Like, it's hard.
Randy Orton should be champion to continue the storyline with Cody Rhodes. Didn't you just hear Damian Priest? We don't want Cody Rhodes. CM Punk, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, Randy Orton being the obvious champion. I mean, I can see why there's an exception for Randy Orton because he hasn't been champion in a long time, but even people will eventually get tired of that because that's still like a winner that WWE will always keep in mind. I'm a big Randy Orton fan, but I kind of hope he retired. You could tell that he's really beat up his body over the years, and the injury he had, it's only going to get worse. I know, but seems like they're hoping people will. I'm not saying forget about Randy Orton, but just because they have that to fall back on, that people are being more understanding. But with him being gone so long, you might as well just give him a retirement, like, you know, tour right now, like you did John Cena. Are they gonna make Gunther retire Randy Orton too? Because they already seem to foreshadow his retirement to Finn Balor.
Not good enough to beat me. You think this man's gonna beat me? I'll come over here and smack them glasses straight off your face. Come on. There's not gonna be a 12-round war. I promise you that. He's not good enough. He can say whatever he wants. I don't quit. I don't stop.
There's a firefly in my room. That's the one I was trying to capture for weeks, but for all this time it never came. Bundle, you gotta get a cup or something.
Huh?
You gotta get a cup or something. That firefly that I found out weeks ago is here. I can't reach it. I'm not gonna kill that firefly. Why would I kill a firefly? I'm going to capture you, Firefly, and rescue you.
And then at Madison Square Garden on Saturday night, from Button Crawford to Lin-Manuel Miranda and Carl Anthony Towns.
World record choke slam high times 2 against the Judgment Day. That mystical miscreant.
And of course, Jalen Brunson and the OTC. I mean, everywhere you turn, there was mega star power with Fanatics
It's still there.
WWE. Nia Jax.
Wow, that's quite the Catwoman sex shop. See, not hating on it too much, but I'm not loving it either. Okay, I'm gonna try to capture this firefly before it spends another weeks of not being found.
Not only do you get another shot to get into that match of victory tonight, but you get to take your wrath out on the woman who cost you Charlotte Flair.
Wasting no time, just driving that shoulder and hitting Charlotte in the corner. Oh, and now the Queen's boot right to the face.
Well, it was an inadvertent costing of the match.
My brother wants me to kill a firefly. I can't kill a firefly. Any other bug I could kill, but I'm not going to kill a firefly.
This opponent against the tonight.
Charlotte giving it right back. Oh, what a chop.
Backhand right to the jaw, it looked like, but shaking it off pretty damn quickly is Nia Jax. Takes a lot to keep Nia Jax down.
Okay, now I just need some paper.
Charlotte Flair is trying to advance to SummerSlam. The SummerSlam interim WWE Women's
I don't have
Championship
a paper.
crossbody.
I think I do. It's
Two
just behind
there.
here.
Remember, Rhea Ripley dealing with the injury. Slow to get back.
Okay, I just have to make sure it's still there. Okay, let me rescue this firefly then.
Could it be Nia? Charlotte able to survive.
Okay, little firefly.
Moments ago, Nia Jax was looking to put an exclamation point on things against Charlotte Flair. Almost getting after that knee of Charlotte. As now she has Flair in the corner here. This a qualifying
Let's bring you outside.
Interim WWE
Where
Women's
you belong.
Championship ladder match.
Yeah, I'll say this. Once you get the upper hand on someone like Nia Jax, you better make it count, because you know full well that Nia Jax is going to bounce back quicker than most. And just one clothesline from Nia Jax. She holds so much power, completely flatlining the 14-time world champ Charlotte Flair. And Nia Jax's biggest issue in a matchup like this is controlling her rage, her temper, after she was inadvertently cost her opportunity last week by Charlotte Flair. You've got to keep your head in the game. Don't overcommit. Don't let rage get the better of you, because you know someone the caliber of a Charlotte Flair is going to make you pay.
This one, Charlotte is trying to show that she still has fight in her. She is just laid out in that far side of the ring. And now Nia Jax looking to wrap her up, take the remaining oxygen out of her.
Well, your best move against the Nia Jax is really hit and run, but when Nia Jax is using her overwhelming power to completely ground you and not give you any space whatsoever, that is mission impossible.
I rescued it.
But again, can she make it stick? That's the question. The power just not enough there.
I rescued it. For a second, it flew back inside the window, but I captured it again because it just landed on the side of the wall, and I just captured it again. I'm like, no, you're free, not back inside. Don't make me want to kill you now. I told you Sammy will become champion. Yeah. Whatever. It changed. And how did it work out for him? I don't think this will be the last time. I don't think this will be the last time we see Sami Zayn be champion. So just get over that. Just get over the fact that he's not champion now. I did.
Like Charlotte's getting a little momentum here.
Ooh, okay, that Firefly has been rescued, so now I gotta put this step ladder back because now it's in my room.
Great crowd here at Oakland Arena for Friday Night Smackdown, and they are fueling every ounce of a comeback from Charlotte Flair. The winner here will advance to the SummerSlam Interim WWE Women's Championship ladder match. Earlier tonight, we saw Chelsea Green advance. Tiffany Stratton and Jade Cargill are already there. Right now, Nia Jax is in position to get there. Coming off the second rope with the leg drop. This could do it, Wade.
Oh, I thought it was all over. They may have to scrape Charlotte off the mat after that one, but somehow championship quality and caliber come into the fore for Charlotte Flair, but is anything left?
Just when it looked like all hope was extinguished. Oh boy, this could be annihilator right here.
It's washing time
right here. Flair up on her knees and delivers the strike.
Flair simply has that resilience more than most, but this is a bad move. No, Charlotte, don't do it. Don't even try it.
Whoa, look at the squats and power of the
Wow, that's great, Charlotte. I can finally.
Treats Nia Jax like that after the beating. Charlotte
I can finally talk about your outfit now, and wow, it's kinda all over the place, but in a good way. It just looks like one of those. It just kind of reminds me of those light brights. It's just because she has so many bedazzled on her. It just looks like it's one of those light brights. Yeah, I also saw this coming. I just didn't want it to happen. That's a nice outfit, B-Fab. See, B-Fab always be wearing the more better outfits than Jade Cargill sometimes.
Well, who took out Alexa Bliss, and Charlotte Flair, of course, taking her eye off the ball there.
If you ever want to redeem yourself, Nia Jax, now's the time.
Nia Jax hyper aware of what happened last week. So make sure the same doesn't happen here and behind the referee's back.
Oh, man. Charlotte Flair taking care of ancient BFAT. The entire barrier just moved a foot.
Charlotte Flair just a step ahead. Thankfully, referee missed the
That dress
entire
is awesome that
but
BFAT
is
has.
in control as
But
she
that
continues
one
to
piece,
be here.
that one piece, like, you know,
Charlotte
one shoulder
Flair,
top
it's
that
all a woman, Joe.
Jade Cargill has is not too bad either.
Nia's looking for the Samoan drop. Instead, Flair gets out of the way, counters, hits the Queen's boot, and now Jade's in the ring.
Well, there you go.
Jade is in the ring.
Oh, not
And this is
again.
gonna be a DQ. The bell is struck, and Jade blows up the match.
Charlotte Flair was looking unbeatable for a moment there. I mean, that's going to be Nia Jax once again disqualified. But right now, we've got bigger problems in the middle of this ring.
Oh,
Uh-oh. Now Nia Jax is going to get involved with both of these two. Or...
Charlotte Flair wins by DQ.
Well, both women.
Uh-oh. Not again.
Watch out.
Nia Jax.
This wasn't Charlotte's fault this time, so...
Nia's done nothing wrong here. Nia has been screwed over 2 weeks in a row, and I cannot blame her for losing her temper.
I got fucking screwed. Yes, you did. I'm sorry, but this wasn't Charlotte's fault this time.
SummerSlam Sunday will begin with 3 times.
You and Lash need to go after BFAB and take care of them. That way Jade Cargill is for sure alone in her match this time.
As announced this week, Darius Rucker will do the national anthem. Of course, it is now official that Charlotte Flair, by way of that DQ, is
This is not the way. This is not the way Charlotte should have won, but I knew it would come to her either way, so...
Love versus the beast incarnate inside Hell in a Cell.
Of course, the World Heavyweight Championship will be on the line. Roman Reigns defends against Seth Rollins in Minnesota.
And Chad Gable is a changed man, but can he change the holder of the Intercontinental Championship when he goes
Sammy
up
was
against
El Generico. Maybe he should go as that in Triple A and win gold. I don't know. I never heard of that, of Sami Zayn, so I wouldn't know.
major bad blood between the
Have you ever seen anyone other than Samoan do a Samoan drop? No. It wouldn't be called a Samoan drop if so.
in 6-man tag action.
Unless some huge guy in Japanese wrestling done it.
Saw at MSG. Danhausen against Dirty Dom Mysterio. Danhausen with a SummerSlam match.
And as we saw earlier, Nikki Bella is back, and therefore the Bella twins and Paige will take on the fatal
Yeah,
influence.
Sammy was Generico on the Indies. Yeah, I get that would confuse people with you know Jericho though, Chris Jericho.
WWE Championship match.
And temporarily rescinding duties.
You know, just like how Eli Knight in NXT had to change his name to EK Prosper because it sounded too similar to LA Knight.
That is the fact that there will be a #1 contenders match, and Sami Zayn is one half of it. We find out the other half coming up right now.
With a little time, EK Prosper could be the little brother to Javon Evans. No fatal influence wins. They're still building up the groove. They need momentum from a big win. Ain't no build up.
Damien
ain't no build up. They just doing what they did in NXT here. So ain't no build up.
The former world heavyweight champion with a chance to fight the spotlight at SummerSlam. The fatal four-way to get to the #1 contenders match is next.
They just don't care about the women's title that much, so they know for a fact since Fatal Influence had been ducking and dodging most of their title wins and kept up their streak that they can use that, so they won't really have to necessarily worry about the women's tag titles anymore, because they never cared about it to begin with, and they know for a fact with Fatal Influence they could keep it that long. I mean, build up as in them getting over with the fans. Oh, they ain't over them. They have the same reception as Dominic Mysterio has. Well, at least it passed on from him to them. Because sure, people boo Dominic Mysterio all the time and stuff, but you could tell now it's just for fun. Now they just boo him for fun. Back then it was genuine. Because everyone was still torn up about the Rey Mysterio betrayal, but now people just do it as playful banter.
I think we gotta pull the trigger on somebody.
There's so many great new people. Who's next? That's the one. Literally the last thing you want for your dancing partner in the ring is to get hurt. Oh, I'm okay. You hear that all the time in the ring. Just give me a second.
No one walks away. Escapes.
And if I get dinged up in the middle of the match, you quit. What's it say about me?
Breaker lands on the back of his neck. He's okay. He's okay.
I'll run through a wall for those people. Real things happen.
It might not seem like a big deal, but everything's just so much better when she's there.
What we do is violent. I'm disappointed in myself.
It's not just your money that depends on it. It's everybody's money.
I feel good. I feel ready. I know the work that I had to put in.
This has consumed me for 23 years.
I needed to change things for everyone who came behind me.
This is everything I've ever worked for.
There's nothing that I won't do.
The future is now.
This is a moment they're going to replay for years.
Watch the next one.
Angles he had with his dad, especially when he got in his mom's face, was done perfectly. The way Rey refused to put his hands on his sons until he had no other choice. Great storytelling, yeah. When WWE seemingly listened to their fans a little bit, not a lot, but a little bit. I just can't wait for Rey Mysterio's daughter to finally make her debut, because she already confirmed that she's going to go into wrestling. She's being trained by I think Dominic, but I forgot who else. It'd be kind of crazy if Eddie Guerrero's daughter and Rey Mysterio's daughter became a tag team, because I know Eddie Guerrero's daughter is doing the same thing.
Matches were nearby at Levi's Stadium. And big news, the Sirius XM WWE Radio is launching 24/7. Your audio home.
Did you hear Brock's daughter was training? No. she's a wrestler, so I know she trains all the time. She does girls wrestling, but as far as like getting a WWE like opportunity, no.
Of course, Team USA had a knockout round victory here, and that's what Finn Balor's looking to do.
We have to give credit to Rhea Ripley. She played the part perfectly. The look of disappointment. Yeah, she knows what this is all about. So, after all those years ago with the custody battle, she, like, you know, just took what she knew from there and just did it, like, you know, once again, perfectly.
Finn Balor revived the Demon at WrestleMania, settled old scores against Tama Tonga recently, and now hoping to earn a chance to fight for the biggest prize of all. A win for Finn, and it's off to SummerSlam in that #1 contenders match against Sami Zayn. The young star has arrived in Oakland.
From Columbia, South Carolina, weighing in at 240 pounds, he is the United States Champion, Trick Williams!
Hey, little Yachty's not there for the first time.
Chorus of thousands singing "Whoop That Trick" every week, and it seems like it's.
I wouldn't put him past WWE to what you call it, use Little Yachty to help him win though. I don't think he needs it really, but I wouldn't put it past him to try that if, like, you know, Trick Williams, if they're gonna go the running back with Sammy and Trick Williams and Sami Zayn route.
Royce Keys being the hometown man from right here in the Bay Area. The little California love on his entrance too.
So let's set it up for you as to what we're dealing with here. And I know this is going to be shocking to everybody, but Sami Zayn was complaining earlier. Really? He was complaining. I know it's a shock that Sammy was complaining, and he was going on for a long while doing it. Well, losing a chance to fight for the championship. So he's in one side, and now these four, who CM Punk recently, as a fighting champion, mentioned all four of these guys as worthy contenders. So now they're going to determine the other side. The winner of this faces Sami Zayn in the #1 contenders match at SummerSlam. And Royce Keys!
Little Yachty and Bad Bunny are perfect examples of how to use celebrities when the celebrities actually like and respect pro wrestling. Yeah. Sorry, I agree and disagree because Bad Bunny was good and they actually trained hard, but Little Yachty, he's just there to be there. I know.
You can have two.
No, I don't need all of them.
Back here in Oakland, fatal four-way to determine the #1 contenders match that we will have at SummerSlam. Sami Zayn on one side, one of these four men on the other, and yet right away we saw some distinct advantages Royce Keys has, and then Damian Priest just neutralized him.
Yeah, well, Royce Keys was like a runaway train. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, watch out!
Yes, we knew Jade was always getting involved in Charlotte Flair's match. Yes, I knew that.
As Damian Priest is laid out.
I need a new contract, Joe.
I just for a second thought it would be in the matter of she helps Nia win, like, you know, the outcome would make Nia win, but I didn't think, like, you know, she would basically do the same thing that she did and get caught.
Trick Williams has gained control of this fatal four-way.
So I'll tell you right now, Joe, match like this.
But if Nia Jax want to redeem herself, now this is the perfect opportunity because she has the right to wail on all those girls. She has the right to wail on all those girls, and in doing so would make her loved because they hate at the moment they hate Beef Meechin and Jade Cargill right now. Nia Jax hasn't really done anything that hateful.
As Finn survives it, but is reaching for his back in pain. And gets sent hard into the turnbuckles.
I mean, these really are four top-tier competitors. We've got a couple of former world champs in there. We've got the current US champ, and then we've got Royce Keys, who I think everybody knows is going to the very top. It's just a matter of when. Here we go, the one man with the clear speed advantage in this match is indeed Finn Balor. Speed may well be the thing that gets him the dub tonight and gets him off. Not to compete against Sami Zayn at SummerSlam.
Now Finn, little payback for Trick. Man, that chop had something extra on it. Count along, says Finn. Oh boy. Breeze. He was looking for the razor's edge. Well, Finn was able to escape it.
Would have been game over for Finn Balor, but there's your reward, Damian Priest, for going big too early.
Plus, Charlotte needs somebody to even the odds right now. It's 3-on-1. Yeah, I can't believe I didn't think about that. Yeah, how weird is it gonna be for Lash Nia Jax and Charlotte to team up in the meantime? And how will Alexa Bliss feel about that, because they kind of terrorized those girls for a long time. before Jade Cargill and company, it was them who'd been terrorizing them the whole time.
Former Judgment Day colleagues turn bitter enemies. Balor and Priest throwing down. Let's not forget Balor. Oh wow! A couple of years ago, cost Damian Priest his World Heavyweight Championship. I'm sure that's not something Damian Priest has forgotten about.
Not at all. What great action we're getting in our main event here. Priest with a big splash in the corner against Royce Keys, the local favorite here in the East Bay.
I'll tell you right now, Damian Priest has that calm, composed nature to him that's going to serve him very well in a chaotic match. Wow! But Trick Willie just has that X factor, doesn't he?
That jumping neck breaker. And now showing you the dynamic force that he's become, and the kip-up and the crowd acknowledges Trick Willie.
It's not fair. Some guys just get all the gifts. But apparently Trick Willie is one of those guys.
And now those lemon pepper steppers getting the world. Oh, but don't turn your back on Damian Priest.
Nice little movement there from Trick Williams, but not enough to slow down the
Yes,
Puerto Rico
Jackson
in
with
some
the
form. Trick slap will do.
and such
Yeah, a bell clap is
tag
one thing, but
champion
Trick slap
if
goes in a far different
if that
direction.
is what happens. If that is what happens, I could really get over Lash and Nia. It could really get over Lash and Nia with these fans. Yes, that's why I said this is the opportunity that Nia Jax has to be a babyface again, because she hasn't been a babyface for what, I think almost like a decade now? I don't know. When did Nia Jax debut? Solo Sikoa, he's gonna help Royce Keys, but not help. Nia Jax is Australian? I didn't know that.
So an interesting development here in our Fatal 4-Way as Solo Sikoa has arrived. Or Solo Sikoa supporter of Royce Keys. It'll be the 6-man tag at SummerSlam as LA Knight, Royce Keys, and Solo Sikoa
Okay,
teaming up
so
against the Bloodline.
Well, you'd think that would be Royce Keys' insurance
So yeah,
policy.
almost a decade, Nia Jax hasn't been a babyface.
Major advantage it would be with no full
Because Nia Jax debuted she debuted in NXT in 2014, but in WWE's Raw roster, she debuted in 2016. So that's like, you know, the technicalities. But still, that makes a whole decade she hasn't been a babyface. Also, I think Lash and I could have a good feud with Meech and B5 if they would match well in the ring together. I agree. But I have more faith in Lash than I do Nia Jax, because Nia Jax done all she could. Lash Legend hasn't done anything. I don't even think... Were they champ? Was she a champion in NXT with Jakara Jackson? I don't remember.
He's now completely rocked on that top rope. Groggy as you like. The question is, how do you power someone the size of Royce Keys off that top rope? Damian Priest, it seems, is not going to be the man to do it.
Now Finn Balor on a little cleanup. Remember, winner here faces Sami Zayn at SummerSlam in a #1 contenders match. Meaning they will be next up depending on who comes out of the championship match between Punk and Cody Rhodes. Oh, they're both going up their way.
Smart move from two men who used to team together in Judgment Day. Temporary alliance right now to take down Big Royce Keys.
The ring just shook.
Yeah, she didn't win a title. She didn't win a title in NXT. That's very strange. I could have sworn she did with Jakara Jackson. She didn't. She only won, you know, the one tag team they had with... The one tag team title they have with Nia Jax, so... Yep.
The Big Brothers to Solo have arrived.
And their opponents, of course, at SummerSlam in that
Tricky power slam. The top row was thick, I know.
Going to get some shots in a week early.
They're going at it. 6-man tag, the bloodline against LA Knight voices.
See, I saw all this happening. That's why Royce Keys was never gonna win.
Ahead of SummerSlam. What a brawl this has turned out to be. The match, of course, still in progress.
The match still going on. Trick Williams, Damian Priest not paying attention.
On the line as Damian Priest is going old school. No, he's not. Cross body to the floor.
Oh dear. Do it! I was like, do it, Finn Balor.
The sling blade by Balor.
Come on, Finn Balor. And this is the first time I kind of seen Trick Williams with his hair out, because that, like, you know, ponytail slash like bun that he has for his dreads, it kind of holds for a long time.
Meanwhile, Trick Williams, the Cyclone boot.
No.
Mere seconds away from Trick Willie winning this thing, the right to compete against Sami Zayn, locking on at SummerSlam in a #1 contender.
What a surprise. Blake Monroe attacks Candice LeRae, and she still goes back to, like, you know, just standing next to Johnny Gargano. I'm like, what was the point of it?
There's Trick Willie's moment, though, lining it up, Joe Taz.
Could be a trick shot, but instead, Damian Priest interrupts.
That slugger right across the jaw of Trick Williams, who's going south of heaven.
This could be it. Damian Priest to advance, but no. Royce Keys in to make the save.
Well, right on the money was Royce Keys, and now it's down to 2 in the ring, Joe Taz.
TUSB, the
Oh my.
Spine Buster.
Jacob Fatu.
That's Jacob Fatu.
I'm like,
Fatu just
didn't show up for a reason. No disqualification in a fatal 4-way. Haii. Oh, Damian Priest. Come on, Finn. Sorry, I like you both, but Finn Balor needs this more than you. You did it. You did it. I'm so glad WWE made the right choice and not have Tamatanga and Tamatanga ruin this for him. Gargano needs to just leave and go to AEW. This new character keeps playing as dumb. I mean, let's be honest. If you had to show up for work and just lay down on camera and get paid like, let's say like $5,000, would you want to quit? let's be like, like realistic in this. I know, like, storyline wise it's not doing nothing, but like, realistically, would you want to quit a job that all your job is to just lay down on camera?
To the Usos and then Jacob Fatu. It's the veteran Finn Balor who is your winner and moves on.
I'm so glad. I'm sorry, Damian Priest, but you're gonna have a promising run in what you call it, AAA. Finn Balor, you'll be Curtis, right? Damn it. I thought we would have an interaction. Maybe another time. Next live episode, August 1st. Yes. Tommaso Ciampa already over in AEW, so it's probably just a matter of time before he follows. Yes, I can see that. Yes, that totally makes sense. I know, but I'm just saying, if I'm getting paid to just lay down on camera and still get my and still get my K's, I'm fine. And my wife is doing the same thing, except she's just standing on camera. So yeah, me and my wife aren't quitting because we're getting those K's together just for standing and sitting. But that's the end of the show. Pretty good build up for SummerSlam. At least we got one decent match. I'm so glad they're this will probably not help Finn Balor, really, because I think they're just gonna give it to Sami anyway, but still, at least, they're showing that Sami Zayn is being considered again. So, that's, all that I just hope that they take what they can from Sami they take what they can from Sami and Finn and just make Finn have the opportunity, the other opportunities later on. What was the name of the girl in NXT that used to sleep? Asian girl. Her name is Wendy Chu. She's in WWE Evolve now, helping the ID wrestlers. So she unfortunately lost the title to Nikita Loins, and now Nikita Loins has that title, and she's with Natalia, but that's what happened. But right now, Wendy Chu, she has a warrior, phase going for her right now. In her Titantron, she does acknowledge, her sleepover gimmick, and then she has her nightmare gimmick, and then now she has her warrior gimmick. So, kind of like a little plus size katana, and I'm like, it's fine. I like her style, and she's still, she still has potential to be NXT champion in my opinion, but because she's on Evolve to train the indies, that's where I think she's going to stay from now on. I think she just wrestled on TNA yesterday. Really? That's actually surprising. I haven't heard, but still, if she does, that's good, because I think she would I think she would hit it off great with people like Xia Li and maybe Sade. I'm not sure. Whatever. Her and Xia Li would hit it off great because their character dynamics kind of work now, because Wendy Chu now does have a little ninja-y vibe to her right now. But that's all. That's all for now. But speaking of TNA, that But you know, speaking of TNA, I heard that Alicia Fox got released today. I heard it happened like a few hours ago, but I'm like, damn. I thought she was doing great. I thought she was doing great in TNA. But whatever. I guess not. But either way, I'm sure plenty of other wrestling companies will want her because she's just as legendary as the other ones. I heard someone else got released too, but I don't remember who. Either way, WWE will see the opportunity or not. Not sure. Google did, yeah, she wrestled the Elena Black. It looked like a pretty good match. Well, that's good for Wendy Chu, at least. Get all the opportunity she can. She spends all her time training the new ID wrestlers that she can hardly focus on, you know, getting her real titles anymore. So I'm glad she's, like, you know, exploring other wrestling companies. So good on Wendy Chu. I do hope she can return to NXT one of these days, because if they're doing the same with Nikita Loins, eventually they'll do the same with Wendy Chu. And yeah, she does show up on camera sometimes in the NXT women's locker room, but I'm like, yeah, no, cameos aren't good enough anymore. I need them actually fighting. But that's all for me for now. I'm just rambling now. So thanks for watching. The Knockin Chu Out streams, Instagram, and Discord are in the description below. I'm on hiatus until further notice, but follow them anyway. My donation links, Ko-Fi or Cashapp, is in the description below too. Any and all donations are accepted and appreciated. Thanks. And the wrestling server link is in the description below as well. If you want to watch something else though, you click the home watermark above and you can see all that's on and upcoming. From TNA, AAA, AEW, Honor of Glory, Professional Japanese Wrestling, UFC, all of that. And if you need to watch SummerSlam, that's your way to watch it. So save a bookmark it if you don't have live TV or streaming services sometime. But that's all for me for now. Gonna put on the old face marks again. The old face patches again. Is my dark spots really getting lighter? I mean, I could totally tell if I'm looking in the mirror, but I can't really tell on camera if they're really, like, you know, like going away. But I think you guys would be able to know better. But that's all for me for now. I'm gonna get to it. And I'm finally going to see the last and final episode of The Chi now. So that's the end of me watching something other than wrestling on Friday, after wrestling on Fridays. So no more me watching Chi after Friday nights. So this will come to an end. I'm very happy, like, you know, watching The Chi after all these years. I highly recommend it if you haven't watched The Chi. Like, one of the best black dramas I've ever seen, like, you know, aside from Power. But Power is still ongoing because they have a spin-off series, and I don't think The Chi will have a spin-off series. If they do, that's good and all, but if they don't, then this is the perfect ending. At least, like, you know, I hope it is, because I haven't seen the final episode yet, so I can't say, like, you know, the best ending or not. But I will right now. So I'm gonna go and watch it right now. So thanks for watching. Stay safe and remember to do it with idle energy.